Okay, great. Somebody says audio is echoing. It's perfect now. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to just take it from here today and move it on from there. So quickly, for those who are physically available here, what do you expect to happen after these 3 days? What are your expectations? And for those who are online, please share with us what your expectations are. What do you expect from this conference? What difference do you like it to make in your business? Please share your comments in the box to give it some voice. And if you are here physically, anybody wants to go first? What are your expectations? Now, we all need writing materials because one of the key things I want us to take of this meeting is not just to hear the commitments that we make. So I will guide you on how you form a particular page for me. What are your expectations? This is, yes, ma'am. Mrs. Whiskey. What are your expectations? What are you looking forward to happen after this 3 days are done?
I'm looking forward to bring money business.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to learning all over again the steps I need to take to really grow my business to at least
to enable heights.
Not height, but I'm talking about supporting my downline to produce themselves to the
bedrock. Okay, so Whiskey says she wants to build a team to bedrock. She wants to support her downline. She wants to see how she can take her business to the next level. I think we have someone here as well. Ms. Oluwake says my business will take leaps upwards to reach more people. Augusta Adamna says I'm looking forward to my business taking a greater dimension, a massive boom. I would expect that more of my team members to be fully engaged with their growing on this business and be ready to fly and put in their best that they can. Someone says, "See, you are too far from the speakers." Oh, okay. I hope I'm closer to the speakers now. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
I think for me,
Your name and then
Fakosh.
aha.
Okay. For me, this can be more true, and I want it to be more true. There are too many people I see that need this, but one way or the other, it seems I still can't get them to see that they need this. So I want to be able to live here with an understanding of helping people to get to know that they need this because there is nothing happening in their lives.
Okay, very good. Mama, she says he wants to help ensure that people can do more. They can be more and they can do more. Okay, anybody else? Yes.
Yeah, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, so basically for me, I've been supporting my team, they've been quite consistent, trying to reach to give people the support and knowledge they need to do their businesses. But I see a new dimension of energy coming to people by reason of this conference because they are going to be seeing people from other teams. They're going to be engaging with people from other places, other teams. And I believe it will inspire them to be able to go for much more, to understand that there is more. Yeah. And learning on what you can see and what people are doing. You can get ideas, learn from what is taught, to be able to take their businesses to where it should be. Take it literally to the end of the earth. Because every human being living and breathing actually needs our products and needs our opportunity, even not for themselves, for those around them that are looking up to them. So I look forward to a new dimension, a new breath of energy, by reason of engaging with others.
Okay, excellent. Yes, please. I hope you heard that clearly. So more energy for the team. Let me be able to do better. Okay, someone says this is better. Okay, good. Good morning.
My reason for coming here is I want to be inspired and empowered to build my team to be 10 times what it is now and to be 10 times faster than the way it used to be. And I also want to empower my team members to replicate this. That's right.
Okay, wants to be inspired to do 10 times better than she's been doing before and to replicate the same thing for her business as well. Okay, great. Any other person before we go ahead? Yes, sir. Lady D.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Can you hear her though? Can you hear Lady D? Go ahead.
My name is Diana Oyelola. So I'm here today because there's a saying that you are you are limited not by where you are or not by what you don't have, but what you have that you're not using. You are limited by not by what you don't have, but by what you have and you're not using. So I want to use this medium to, encourage myself, lift myself up more, so that I can reach out to people out there and my downlines, so I can build my team. I want people to know that wherever they are is a good enough place to start.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you start from where you are, you can be built up. This conference is complete. A lot of people are not doing well because they are not inspired. So from right where you are, we want to inspire you so that you know that you have what it takes. Yes, you're going to need more to become more, but right where you are, we want to start with you. That's why I'm here.
Thank you. I hope you could hear her.
Yes.
Somebody says she cannot hear, no volume. I think the person is not connected with their volume. Okay, so excellent. She wants to let people realize that they can start where they are if they can become inspired and inspiring. Okay, great. There's somebody who is up their hand, Latifat Zaka. You can please enable your camera so that we can see you, and then you can have voice. Do you want to speak?
Just observation, sir.
Yes.
They can hear you, they can't hear us here.
Yes. So what you need to do is, whenever they are speaking, move the camera close to them and put on the speaker. You know how to do that? Yeah, just go very close to them and then put on the speaker.
So when I spoke, something said the name because
It was
Okay. Latifa, do you want to speak? Zakaria Okoyemi. I think it's Akore Kom. Okay. Dr. Iman, okay, let me enable Dr. Iman. She doesn't what has happened is at the reactions. No, it doesn't matter. It's at reactions that you get to be able to put up your hand. You just go to reactions and you put up your hand there.
There's no hand to put up.
Okay, you have the floor, man.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm happy to be here virtually. What I expect from this conference is I'm looking forward to the light bulb going on in many of my team members' heads, so that and that something will help them to understand more what we have in this business and in this industry. Because I believe that when people understand, they will go for it, they will stick with it, they will put in their best, and they will fly. And that's what I'm hoping this conference is going to do for my team members. Once my team members are fine, I'm fine.
Okay, excellent. Well done, man. You have a comment from here from Whiskey. It said mother N. Okay. Anybody else before we kick off? We're about to kick off. Anyone else wants to say something and show their faith?
Can you hear?
I can hear you, James Osua.
I'm sorry, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, sir, I'm trying to connect to the laptop, to the TV.
Okay. So let's meet you then when you are ready. Okay, I think we can just, we can set the ball rolling. I think I like this meeting. The fact that I'll be joining you in sitting down as well. Yes, you're welcome. Yes, please put your hands together. You're welcome, sir. Okay, great. I hope the echo is off now. Someone is complaining that there's echo here. Okay, so very quickly today, I'd like us to kick off. We have a lot of ground to cover, and today is day one. It's basically giving us the ground rules, the expectations, what to look forward to, what to expect, what to anticipate. I don't think it's necessary. They can hear me. It's when other people want to speak, that's a challenge. Okay, so very quickly today, I'd like to, basically welcome everybody again to today's presentation. We want to talk about pump it. Essentially, over the next few days, we're going to be covering a number of things about how we can do our businesses at a louder volume than we're currently doing it today. I think at some point in the course of today's meeting, we will ask for more thoughts from people, and then we'll have the opportunity to share and debate a little bit. But for now, we want to get into the key activity of today. We have about 52 people online. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of us here. And I think, it's not a bad start. I think as we continue, people will get to know more and more what exactly to look forward to, and it will be a more interesting meeting. Until then, I'm wondering what's happening, why my screen is not showing. Why we're not suddenly seeing again. Just a second. So this business is a very simple business, and I hope I've not lost the people that are watching online. Okay, good. Okay, good. So I hope we're sharing the right page though. Yeah, so I think it's a very simple business, and we have all identified the key things that probably will need to be done for people to be successful in this business. So we're going to be looking at those key things together. I'm trying to ensure that I have some level of screen control so that I can see everybody and then I can hear everybody, and then we can have a good time together as well. So this business is a very simple business. What kind of business are we doing? What's the industry we're in? Anybody? Eh? Okay. Even though you had it first in mind, she said it first completely. So that's one face mask for you. It's why you slow. It's why you slow down. If anybody is hearing me here, I hope you are hearing me here. If you are hearing me, what industry are we in?
Network marketing.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. So we're in network marketing, but sometimes it feels like we're in another industry. What's that industry that we sometimes get ourselves lost in?
Sales industry.
Buying and selling.
Retail. Okay, very good. Said I mute this one. Okay, so we are in the network marketing industry, not the retail industry, and I think it creates a number of interesting conflicts and confusions. And I think it's one of the things that if we get correctly, if we understand very well, we'll be able to do phenomenal things in our business. To understand what is the industry we are in and what is the best way to play in that industry. And that key thing that we need to, and I will be basically going over a few points, and then at some point, I will call us in to share a few things. So today is just laying the foundations. So I'd like you to get a page, a clean page, wherever you are. Get a clean page of paper in front of you. This page, you are going to write on it, not the notes from this class, but this page is dedicated to the objectives of this class. So please get a sheet of paper wherever you are, a plain sheet of paper. Don't tear from your book. Keep it in your book or keep it in whatever you are using to write. But you want to have a plain sheet, and I'll tell you what to title it. On that sheet, you can say my personal commitment contract. My personal commitment contract. One of the things you will learn, and we have learned over time, is that people that succeed are not different from people that don't. The only difference is they are committing what they know is the right thing to do. If there's something to do, they are committed to it. Okay, they are committed to what they know is the right thing to do, and they are doing it. So I like to say to everyone that is here, I have muted everybody. If you want to speak, just give me a sign, put a comment there, and I will give you voice so that you'll be able to voice. Beyond that, I will just continue from here, and then when I need you to speak, or if you raise up your hand, I can pull you in as well. So a very crucial thing we want to understand is the industry we're in, because that will define the rules by which we play. And then we understand what are the key features we have in Green Monday. What are the benefits we have? What are the things that we can leverage? We also ask ourselves, what's in the future? What is possible? And how do we get there? And how long can it take? So those are the key thoughts that I like us to have today, because if our business is going to be something we will attend to every day, then we need to be clear on exactly what do we need to do and what's the end that we're doing it for. There's a little bit of a story that I've shared extensively. I'd like to start this conversation with that story as well. And then we'll put in our thoughts and share and say, what do you think about this? And how can we make this difference in our businesses? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you are still here and you can hear, please type in the comment box, we are here. So let's know that you are here and you are listening as well. Okay, good, we're here, very good. So very quickly, I can see we're here. So yes, everybody's here as well. I tell this story that once upon a time, a farmer went to the farm to plant, and he planted a grain of maize, just one grain, and then he watered it, cleared the pesticides, fertilized it, and basically went regularly to check if there were weeds so that he would uproot them. And then as it was growing, there were weevils and insects, and then he would, take care of them. And then he developed an irrigation system to ensure that every day the crop got water. And then after 3 months, because it was maize, after 3 months, the crop grew, and then there was the maize grew, and then there were 2 cobs of maize. And then the 2 cobs grew, and when it was time for harvest, after about another 1 month, it was time for harvest. He harvested 2 cobs of maize. On each cob of maize, there were 650 grains. So there were 650 grains here, 650 grains here. His one seed of grain had become 1,300. Are we together? Yes. So this man took these 2 cobs of maize and he said, look, in case one of them doesn't germinate, I will not plant it one by one. Maybe I was lucky the first one. I will put 2 in a particular place so that at least one will survive. So now he got a bigger farm and he planted 650 spots. Are we together? In the 650 spots, he paid attention to them, he followed up very quickly, and the 650 spots, one maize didn't survive, so he achieved 50% of whatever, and he had 650 trees of maize. Are we together? Yeah. 650 plants. And then they all came up with two cobs each. And maize takes 3 months. I grew up growing maize. Okay, we have a maize farm. We have maize farm, okra farm, yam farm, cucumber farm, potato farm. Yeah, I grew up on the farm. So farming is coming. I used to swear when I was young that God, if I ever leave this house, I will not go back to farming again. God, you can deliver me from this place. But now, now I want to go back. Now I'm realizing, no, this was good experience. It used to be fun. We will race it to plant. You throw the maize, you close it, throw the maize, close it, throw the maize, you close it. And then you back pesticide and go with, all those kind of things. But essentially, this man plants 650 different stalks of maize, 2 cups each. How many maize grains will he have now? That's 1,300 times 650. Anybody multiply for us? Anybody multiply for us? Anybody? Fast mathematician? Face mask going, one face mask. Anywhere you are in the world. 845,000. 845,000 grains of maize. Are we together? Yeah. If you put this together 2 by 2, it will have over 400,000 spots to plant the maize. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a break from our thinking of the business for a second and ask ourselves, if this was possible with maize, why is anybody poor? Because inside that question, we will find the revelation for why people will do this business and they will not succeed. Why will people be poor when you can plant 1 grain of maize and before the year is over, you can have 845,000 before 1 year is over? Because all our exercise and experiment now is based only on 6 months or at worst 8 months. If this was possible, it will need at least 10 acres to plant this new one. Are we together? Means it goes further into the bush, into no man's land. If this was possible with maize, why are people poor? Please answer me if you're in class, put your chat box there, write something out. Why will people be poor if maize can multiply by 650 every time? And in 5 years, if you do a power of 650 or power of maize, in 5 years, this person should be a multi-millionaire in any currency you want it. Why are people poor?
Question of life.
Answer, please. Anybody in the class? Anybody online? We are not planting. Okay, somebody says we are not planting. Mr. Baboshi says we are not planting. Anybody else? We are not consistent. So it is not yielding. Lack of consistency. God says lack of vision and understanding. DBB says we are not aware. Anybody else? Any reason?
We do not begin with the end in mind. In terms of the fact that guy, if he didn't, I think he had a vision to continue to plant. He could have had the choice of chopping the two.
Okay, someone is making a very good point here. Whiskey is making a very good point here. She says people don't have the end in mind, so before the maize grows very fast, they have already eaten the seed. They turn the seed into the harvest before the harvest. Yes, sir.
You shared something on a platform that
okay.
100 times more. And I think
once you move close to him and you put on the mic, signal me. I'll switch off my mic here so that I can hear you.
You shared something about how to become 100 times more, and basically you said there is seed, there is activity I need to carry out.
We're not hearing. We're not hearing.
Can you hear now? Okay.
Yes, we can hear.
CM gave an illustration in one of the messages sent to us about a week or two ago about times more. And there are 3 variables: seed, activity, and time.
And unless we will not get results in necessary activity, nothing will happen. If I have seed, if I don't plant it, activity and time will not help me. So I think basically it's an understanding, because the illustration that has just been given has just opened something even beyond our business here. That if I'm not doing what I should do, not expect result. But the truth of the matter is that most of us don't even understand life from this perspective. And that's the challenge.
Even those who understand the illustration that has just been given about seed, time, and what is it now? Activity are nonchalant. And that's why they'll understand it, but they just won't do anything about it. And when you don't do anything, of course, there'll be no results.
Okay, great. Back to me now. I'm sure you heard at some point, and for those who couldn't hear for a while, don't worry, we'll keep on trying to get it perfectly, and we know how to do this without missing a beat. So let's look at this illustration again. Very important. With maize, any human being that is given 1 grain of maize in 5 years can be wealthy. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Good. Now, why doesn't it happen? And I've had some very good reasons, and they are very on point. One, we have said that one of the reasons why it doesn't happen is because people don't begin with the end in mind. Because they don't know what is possible. And that end doesn't happen in day 2. So it requires patience. They give up and don't continue, 1. Or 2, somewhere along the line, they see plenty of maize and they feel this is very good for Akamu. They feel, what's wrong with me? They cannot delay gratification. So they take, this seed is too much. We don't have enough land. Let's stay with the land we have. Let's use the rest and eat. Some people eat their seed as fruit without recognizing that this seed can create potential. They take it as snack. Now let us understand this very well. In the course of last week, I was involved in doing training. And in the training, I was involved with market women. And we had market women who will say, how much do you need for your business? Because we want to give them some grants. We'll say, how much do you need for your business? They will say, I need 50,000. We'll say, this business you have been doing, how long have you been doing it for? They say, I've been doing it for the past 15 years. And I'll say, why will you need 50,000 naira after doing this business for 15 years? It's very simple. They are eating the seed. They are not building that thing to have enough capacity to sustain their livelihood. They are eating it as they go. So when they plant, it gives 650. When they have 650, it gives the first 845,000. They remove 650 for seed and they eat the rest. What will happen to that person is in 20 years' time, he will still be asking you, can you give me more seed? Because the seed that they should have used to grow their land, grow their capacity, they are eating it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this thing applies to our business as well. In fact, it applies more to our business because our business is one of the few businesses that have the capacity to multiply with time. Now, not everything can multiply with time. There are some businesses that will not multiply with time, except you are strategic. Now, one of the problems I have with traders is if you're not careful, you're buying, you're selling. You're buying, you're selling. If you're not careful, every money you make back, because you don't have more markets, you're not creating more markets, you will realize that all your profits is being eaten. And that's why for business people, they will say very quickly. One of the things I used to have a conversation with my mentor, he will ask me, "This business, what business are you doing?" I'll say, "I'm doing trading." You say, "Hey, you have been doing this trading now for 5 years. What have you used it to create?" I say, "How do you mean?" He said, "If you are doing training, that training, you will be on the same level for 10 years. The only way you will progress from that training is use the money you have gotten from the training, build a training center. Know that you have something that you are committed to taking money away to grow. Otherwise, you'll be where you are 5 years from now." Now, I'll tell you how does this work in our business, how does this work in our industry. Now, our business is a business of leverage. It's a business where what you are really growing, who you are really growing, is people. There is poultry, there is maize, there is the highest return on investment available in any enterprise in this world is the investment in people. Our business is directly involved in the business of building people, of building networks, of helping people to come on board and to grow and helping them to do the same. It's a business of duplication and replication. Now, once you build and you have your 4, for example, there is no way you will build with the power of 4 and in 5 years, if you are building and saying it takes you 3 months to build, there's no way you will build and in 5 years, you will not be wealthy, except all these things we have mentioned. Except one, you don't begin with the end in mind. Except 2, you eat your seed. You are no longer investing in your business. You are using your business as a cash cow. You know, some people, they will buy 2 chicken, 1 male and 1 female. It will lay 10 eggs. Hello? They will remove 10 of the eggs and use it to eat bread. So say that chicken has it not laid egg. That laid egg, bring the egg, I beg. There's nothing for breakfast. The crate is empty. The chicken will last for like 4 years. If it lives very long. If you allow it to act some, maybe there will be another chicken that will be laying in the future. But that business is not a business, though. That business is a chopping business. It's a chop money. Now, some of us are treating our network marketing business as a chopping business. Now, guess what? Every business will ultimately provide you with what to eat. But not when you take away the seed too early. Are we together? If you are here today and you are listening to me, I like you to tell yourself this. Bring yourself into awareness that until you are 5-star, until you are a director, you still need to put energy into building this business. It is still seed. Everything you are earning, everything you are doing now is still seed until you get to director. And I'll tell you, I'll show you how. I'll show you why. The reason why people don't get wealthy is because long before they should begin to eat their seed, they begin to eat their seed. And you say, but what will I eat now? But you need to find a way to ensure that you control your expense. You control what you need to spend and expend while making sure that your business can grow. And it's very simple. If I tell you, we tell the story of $1 that doubles. And we say, I will choose the $1 that doubles instead of $10,000 per day. We give an illustration. We say, which one will you choose? $10,000 per day for 30 days or $1 that doubles every day for 30 days? And if you don't do the calculation, $10,000 every day means $300,000 at the end of the month without calculation. If you do the calculation, $1 that doubles becomes $1 billion in 30 days. Now you say, I like that $1 that doubles. The question is, do you have the discipline to allow it to double before you get to day 10 and realize that this $1,000 that I have, day 10, man must work. The moment you work from the 1,000, what you have left that is doubling has reduced. And it happens to us all the while. I'll tell you, there's an investment I did. I made an investment in something. And I'll give you the illustration. I will give an illustration. I invested in $100 in something. I went together. And then the $100 became $1,000. I went together. It's not very good. That's amazing, isn't it? What should I do? She said, chop the $1,000. And that's our default. The default is, what if it comes down? What if it comes down? What if it doesn't multiply again? Ogabiko, let me eat the one I can see. It's better it's alive, like I eat. Listen to me, oh. Even if I was going to get me that advice, please, for the people that are online, answer this question for me, please. I invested $100 in something, and after 1 year, it became $1,000. The market is volatile. It goes up, it comes down. It comes down, it goes up. What is your advice? I have very good advice here. Chop your 1,000.
Remove your $100 and keep it or chop it or whatever. At least you know that you didn't. Okay. Remove your $100 and keep multiplying the remaining. At least you know that you started with $100. So whatever happens after that, you didn't lose.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Fumi. I will address your answer. Alashi is raising his hand. He wants to share. Please unmute. Okay, another person said, remove your $100. This is Adetutu. Well done, Adetutu. Thank you very much. Alashi, show your face. Share your thoughts.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me now, sir?
We can hear you.
All right. So I would like to go the way of Dr. Aino. And I would say, instead of taking out $100, I'll say you can, because of the natural tendency of humans to want to feel the excitement of I've made something, you can take out 150 or 200 and invest the remaining 800.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Now, I can see that a lot of people are sharing similar thoughts. Ronke Ajayi says, split it into two. Keep $500 and invest $500. Okay, says remove $100, additional $100 to pay yourself and invest the balance. I can see different plays. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. The most successful investors in the world, their response is don't remove anything. Warren Buffett is the wealthiest investor in the world today because he has not cashed out in over 35, 40 years. I'll tell you. So what does he eat? He has lived in the same house for the last 35 years. He's a poor man in Nigerian estimates because this is how we think that actually makes us poor. Now, one of my friends, I was having a call some weeks back. I said, the people that cash out the most are the people that don't cash out. Now, there's a time to cash out. He's living on dividend. But that dividend will never make sense until the chicken is mature enough to lay eggs. So the kind of dividends that he earns today are in billions. The people that invested $1,000 with him about 30 years ago are all millionaires in dollars now. Now, there's a stage that your maize will grow to before it will fruit. There's a stage that your farm will be big as before the banks begin to be the one approaching you. If you do not build until that time, you cannot command that kind of interest in what you are doing. Now, and it's a paradigm issue. Because all of us want to, remove your profit. Remove you saw $100 to put there before. Remove your $100. It's not bad. It's better than remove 900. Enjoy yourself. Leave 100 there. It's better than that. It's better than remove 500. Leave 500. It's better. But the best place is to realize, if I am now, this is the investment. I'll tell about when it's the business you are doing. When it's the business you are doing, you want to ensure that in the first phase of your business, you are frugal. You are not, when you see people say they're doing business and they show you their car, they show you their house. If it's a gift, that's fine. If it is they took their money from their business to go and do it, they have reduced the growing capacity of their business. Now, this business, like I said to you, this business you are doing, until you are a director, everything you are making, you should still see it as predominantly, most significantly, fruit. You can seed, sorry, not fruits. 90% you should still see as seed. And what do I mean? In this business, if you will grow, you need to sow the seeds. What are the seeds of this business? The seeds of your team are the people you get on board to join you. If I sell 1,000 cartons and I have no team member, I have no seed. I'm a trader. I'm buying and selling. I have no foundation. I have nothing I'm building. If I use that illustration, it's like somebody who is painting houses versus somebody who is building houses. Okay, somebody is sharing the thoughts here. Say, I don't agree, don't take anything out. The question is, when and why do you pull out some of the investments? You can remove investments in the same after. You are free, Dr. Adalari, you are free to believe what you believe. What will make your argument very, very good for me is when I compare you and Warren Buffett and you are better. Yes. So I'm saying if you are the best investments you will do is not short term. In fact, by the very definition of investment versus speculation, investment is long term, speculation is short term. So if I'm an investor, I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking Warren Buffett's formula is this thing I'm putting my money in, can I put my money there for 25 years? If I cannot answer that question, then I'm speculating. I may be a speculator looking for to ride the highs and the lows of the market. That's fine. But what I'm doing is to build. I remember when my parents bought Nestle shares. They were not buying it as they were buying it as buy and keep. They bought for 50 kobo. When I was in university, it was 1,800 naira per share. It had grown. It had expanded. Because they were not buying and selling. They had bought it. The dividend was paying dividend. Sometimes you get dividend that was equal to their salary. So what am I saying? I'm saying I'm not even legislating the formula you want to use for your private speculation or investment. I'm just saying, if you want what you are doing to build, you need to do it for the long term. I have a mentor who started a business with 10 naira. Today they are doing turnovers of over 10 billion. Why? Because they were not taking anything out. Yes, they were taking it. So they tell me, when do they buy cars? They buy cars when they sell off the old layers. So it's a poultry business. And they say to me, the old layers, they have laid. They have made money from them. They didn't keep, they were putting all the money back in the business, expanding the cages, expanding the tents, building new whatever. When those old layers are now ready for retiring, the money they make from the layers is not money for the business. It's like throwing away your bad assets. They said the money they make from there, they go and buy cars. Once they sell the old layers, they go to cash up and say, guys, I've done this thing for 3 years. Let's enjoy ourselves. It's crap. They have wound down the assets. That's when they say, okay, good, this one. But everything else is going back to build. I remember sitting down, for example, and doing an analysis with say, I want to do this business. So I said, sir, I want to do this business. I want the financials. I want to understand the financials. So we look at the financials together. And I asked the question, same question that you're probably asking about your business and what you want to do. And I said, sir, this model you're giving me is a model where every 6 months, I need to build a new cage. Every year, I'm building new cages. He said, yes, that's how to do the business. I said, sir, when will I make it? He said, no, that's not how to do the business. He said, you want to do the business? It's long haul. Every money you're making is going back to the business. I said, if I get investors, where will I bring investors? He said, no. Investors will know that their investment is growing. Now, is that the only way to do the business? No. That's the way he has been doing the business. Today, they have 5 different farms. Companies are negotiating to buy 20% of their business for over $20 million. Why? Because they did not eat the business. They built the business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your business. You can build it. You can make it a farm where you plant your seed, you water your seed, you keep at it, and you grow it. And in the early days, it will look small, and it will not be boastable. You can't boast about it. If I have a poultry now and I have 100 birds, will I be talking about it? But when it's telling me that they are collecting 7,000 crates per day, do you understand? I'm like, I say, when you say 7,000 crates per day, it means what? It means 210,000 egg birds are laying. It means that some that don't lay that day. Do you understand? And grown from small into big. So what am I saying? I'm saying in this business as well, the beautiful thing we have here is you start from associates. You go to senior associates. You become 1 star, 2 star. Those are matrices to show what you have grown in this business, not how much you are making. Those matrices, those names are given for you to know, I have grown to this stage. I have grown to this stage. My team has grown to this size. This is the size of my team now. This is the size of my growth now. 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. Ladies and gentlemen, when we become Ruby directors, at that point, you can take 50% of what you are making as whatever and use it as food. Because now you have built a business that does not require your effort anymore for you to earn. Now, until then, there's still activity involved. By the time you have been to that level, is when you are earning passive income. And just like the farm, I said to you, why will somebody who has a grain of seed of maize today not be wealthy tomorrow? Because he cannot hold himself from eating it. He cannot say, I planted 1 maize, 650 came out. I should take all the 60 and put it back in the ground. Are there no risks? There are risks. There's risk that there's one bird, what do we call it, guinea fowl, Akparu in Yoruba. It will always come for your maize. If you don't cover it very well, it will cover it and eat it. In that place as well, we will need to put scarecrow. We used to make scarecrow. You take stick, put clothes on it, all the clothes you are not wearing again, give it head, put it there, so that all the birds will feel that the farmer is still around. Why are we doing all that? Because we don't want somebody to come and take our seed. There are risks. But if I've told myself I want to do this business, then I am ready to face the risks that come with it. Because in everything you invest in, it's not about whether there are risks or not. It's how you manage those risks. So if I want to do a business, I ask myself, what are the risks? Birds can come and eat it. Something can come and eat the maize. Weevils can eat. As in, you can go to a maize cob, and I'm sure you've seen it before. You remove the maize cob, you open it, everything is wrecked. The entire maize. I remember 1 year I gave some people money. They told me, there's this farm in Ikorodu. It's a government land. There's irrigation. We'll do 1 year sample for you. When you do very well, we'll do the next year. So I gave them money. I've been farming with my money for many years. So they said we are going golden melon. Some of you will remember here, we took pictures of the golden melon. I did not tell you the end of the story. I will tell you the end of the story today. So they brought us samples of the golden melon. All of us ate golden. This golden melon is not bad though. Very nice. By the next year, the yield from the farm was much more like this. What happened? They said not enough water. The irrigation, before they get permission from government to put on the water, the water didn't, so it didn't germinate very well. The time when it was going water, it didn't get water, so it was stunted. Farming also has risks. It means anything I want to invest my money into, I must invest in being knowledgeable about it. Because the accurate activity of my business requires learning. I can't say, I'm successful in this business. I will be successful in any business. Every business requires its own learning. So you must ask yourself, what exactly do I need to learn? What exactly are the skill sets that I need to learn to be able to succeed in this business I'm doing? We have called our industry network marketing. Fantastic. What are the things that I need to learn to ensure that I can grow and build this correctly? Many of us, once we earn on Monday morning, we have spent it. No, that's still seed. You need to ask yourself, how do I use this to ensure that my team grows? Do promos, do giveaways, do different things to ensure that your market channels can grow and your business can grow. I'll tell you something. The biggest common complaint you hear from market people and business people is, sir, if you say, what do you need money for? They say things like, I need money to get a shop. Or I'm selling shoes, I'm selling belts. I want to increase my inventory. Let my shop be full. And I always tell them, what will make you have big business? It's not the full shop. The first thing every business person should focus on is their market. Do I have 1,000 customers that I have their names and their numbers? Are they demanding for more than I can supply? You have business. If you stock your shop and nobody comes there, you have just transferred the money from the bank account into your shop account. The money has still not come out into your existence. Yes, you have become a storekeeper. That's what you are. Now, and guess what? So what you want to focus on is, how can I ensure that I'm growing my team? In this business, it's your team. And it's not just the team of 1,000 people that you personally attracted. It's a team of solid people who also understand what you have done, who understand what they need to do, who are building to bedrock. That's the kind of team you want to build. You want to build a team of people who are doing what you're doing, not a superstar team of, I'm a superstar, I have 500 downlines. You earn good money on the short term. But your farm is a farm where the seed is not going deep. It's guinea fowl. Guinea fowl. Is it guinea fowl? It's not guinea fowl. What's it? It's guinea fowl.
No, guinea fowl is
Awo. What's guinea fowl? What's a parrot? What's a parrot? It's guinea fowl. It's guinea fowl. Awo is what? What's awo?
No, they call it peasants.
Yes. Awo is not guinea fowl. Awo is
Awo is guinea fowl. Anybody?
Awo is guinea fowl.
Awo is guinea fowl. What is akparu?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's the name that we're looking for in English. But essentially, if your team is just directly to you, in business, there's a formula in business. They say, do not let your business have a customer that is 25% of what you're selling. Do not let your business have only one customer who is doing more than 25% of what you're selling. And why? It's called bushfowl. It's bushfowl. It's bushfowl. It's bushfowl. Because if that one customer fails, you're finished. Are we together? Now, what does that mean? It means if you have 14 members, are we together? And one of your team members is the one that is really performing and doing more than 25%, that team member is your business owner. Because on the day they say they are no longer interested, you will feel it. So what does it mean? It means you need to have at least 14 members that are equally working, or you have more that are doing less, so that your team is balanced. But what you want to grow in this business is you want to build depth. You want to build depth. People are telling me that akparo is bushfowl, correct? Somebody is saying it's pheasant. It's pheasant, yes, in English. It's pheasant, bushfowl, all those things. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you get the drift. The idea is, if what I have is going to multiply, it will be because I deliberately refuse the indiscipline of eating too much out of what I have. You ask yourself, what is money really about? I like what you said, sir. What you said is a poor man. I think it's a very valid thought that we need to explore. I'm not for not spending money. I'm for let's spend it. But I'm for let's spend it when we have it. Not when it's going to be a detriment to our fully having it. So each person determines where they will pick. We determine our pick. One of my mentors usually tells me, Deolu, he has 1 billion. I have 200 million. You will not know the difference. He said he has 1 billion. I have 200 million. You will not know the difference. There's no car he wants to buy, I cannot buy, except he wants to overdo it. There's no house he wants to build that I will not build, except he wants to build a big house that is going to be useless. When he finishes building the house and I finish building the house, he will sleep on one bed, I will sleep on one bed. We will wear one clothes per time. When you see us outside, If he doesn't tell you the name of his wristwatch and how much it is, you will not know. Do you understand? That's why you saw people, they have shirts, they be wearing the logo outside. Or jacket, the logo. To say, it's like you have to know, this is Iman. You have to know. So what am I saying? I'm saying that, but each person determines his peak. You determine how far you go in life by when you start eating from what you are building. Somebody waits until he gets 100 million and start eating. That's going to be the level. He has eaten what will create more. Are we together? Somebody waits 1 billion before he starts eating. He has determined the level of what he wants to be able to eat regularly. So I'm just saying, in this your business, determine exactly. Let's take away this conversation from Akparo and Eyawo and come back to what we're talking about. I know that the conversation on Akparo is very interesting. We're saying if your business will thrive and grow, you need to sow seeds. And you won't stop. When you harvest, you tell yourself, my harvest is still predominantly seed. I can eat a little, but I must be putting more back in the business than what I put in before. So I need to sow more seed. I need to engage in activity that will ensure that my seed is preserved until harvest. I need to get involved in activities that will ensure that when my seed comes out in harvest, it is not destroyed, it is not wrecked. Let's transpose that into our business. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here and you are online, I want to ask you very quickly, what are the key things you will identify as your seed in this business? I think I've already given us a joke and told us that money is seed, yeah? Anything that has capacity to multiply is what you call seed. Seed is anything that can multiply. Are we together? Please, if you are hearing me, type in the window, multiply. Multiply. Okay, I'm seeing a few hands. I'll pull up your hands and get you to speak shortly. Multiply. Your seed is anything you have that can multiply. So what do you have that can multiply? Anybody? Okay? Your team members. Someone said team members. Okay? Team members can multiply. What else do you have that can multiply? Your money, your income. Your income can multiply. Your customers can multiply. Your knowledge can multiply. You can become more knowledgeable. Like today already, some things are shifting our minds. Yeah, your knowledge can multiply. So what else can multiply? Someone say my customers, my investment, my weekly earning. Good. My downlines or my team members. Some people don't like downlines, like team members. Knowledge, excellent. Now, anything that can multiply is a seed. So, and that seed will now determine the activity. You want to add one last thing to it? Yes. Your inventory can multiply, but that's dangerous as well. Yes, I'm thinking that direction as well. It's dangerous for your inventory to multiply. Yes, so because that's not even the seed you want to plant. Because if you have more inventory than your offtake, you have a problem. So what you want to build, what you want to have as your seed is off-takers. If your off-takers are big, your inventory, you want to be sweeping your inventory out as quickly as possible because your inventory also has an expiry date. Yeah? So if you don't build it correctly, you can be loaded with inventory and then you enter into panic. That's not a good seed. So even for the business, on the day our inventory fills our warehouse, we need to down tool at the factory. It becomes a problem. So what you want to build is the front leg. It's like these cars where they say is front wheel drive. It's front wheel drive. This business is a front wheel drive. The back wheel is your inventory, but that's not what's driving the business. What's driving the business is your front wheel. So if anything happens to your front wheel drive, your back wheel is paralyzed. It's a liability. So it's a good point as you raised, because some people may think, my inventory is growing. You don't want to grow. If you got your customers, let your customers drive for you to have more inventory. They will bring that in. But the clear seeds that we have here, you have your customers, you have your prospects, you have your team members, you have your income, weekly, monthly, yearly income, you have your knowledge. Team, knowledge, money. Good. Ikushika, Fidelis has helped us to summarize it. Team, knowledge, money, customers, and prospects. These are the seeds. Now, if I am going to grow to harvest, what must I do? I must ensure that I'm involving myself in the activity that they all require. And the activity will change. So, once upon a time, I go to the farm with cutlass. I open the soil and put seed. Open the soil and put seed. Open the soil and put seed. And then I go home and pray for rain. Are we together? When I was growing up, we were not irrigating at all. We just pray for rain. It's raining season. We don't go and plant in January. We plant around March when the rain is about to start. We are planning our market on God and what He does, which is not bad if you want to eat maize once in a year. If you want to eat maize all through the year, then you must take ownership of more of the factors. And it is your business. You are the one that will provide the rain. Are we together? God be for all of us, and more for those who are ensuring that, they can plant in all seasons. Israel, the land flowing with milk and honey, is a desert. Are we together? The milk and honey is not flowing on the surface, it's flowing in their heads. And I think what God was telling them is, when you enter the place that is not delivering any value for you, your mind will deliver value for you. They are one of the biggest agriculture centers in the world. They are providing grapefruit, fruits, delicious fruits, all across Asia, all across the world, from a desert. Because one of the technologies that they handed over from Abraham was irrigation. Abraham dug a well and handed over the well to his son. And then they fought with him on the well until they found the well. Why are they talking about well? Because it's telling you that the irrigation system that this guy had mastered, that is still a legacy for Israel to today. Now, what am I saying? I'm saying, for the farm, I'm looking at rain, I'm looking at pesticides, I'm looking at weeds, I'm looking at all those key factors. In my business, what would that mean? For my team, what does it mean? How do I grow my team? This seed called my team. I need to provide rain. Oh, sometimes MD does meeting for everybody. That's rain that God provides. The rain of irrigation that you provide is you ensuring that there's a regular system of communication with your team members. That is like training. There is investment in ensuring that they can become better, they can grow. And this business is a business you will not succeed in if you are selfish. Are we together? You won't succeed in this business if you are selfish. This business is a business where you realize your success is how many people you help succeed. And the people that you want to help succeed, they may not understand that's what you are trying to do. They will understand, they will think you want to use us. Yeah, you want me and we do the work. No. If it is done well, you will never feel the obligation of my upline using me. You will feel my upline is investing in me. My upline is trying to help out. My upline is seeing opportunity and bringing me into it. Because that's the only way it's going to grow. So your team will grow with training. Your team will grow with exposure. Your team will grow with giving them responsibility. Your team will grow. So you have go and look for the equivalent of pesticides, the equivalent of germicide, the equivalent of scarecrow, the equivalent of irrigation, the equivalent of all the things. I forgot to mention something. When we are planting the maize, we are not planting the maize alone. We wrap the maize in power. We have chemical that we put the maize inside, so that anybody that tries to eat that maize is going to heaven. Just any fowl, the maize you are planting, you don't know. Well, the seed will die now. The seed will die before it will grow. Sure, you know. The plumule, the radicle, before it comes out, that seed is wasted. Except the seed of clean falls to the ground and dies, that binds alone. It will now grow and then produce fruit. That seed that is actually, we put poison on it before it enters the ground. So that if one rat mistakenly thinks that that's his own food, our own seed, it can go with it. So, so basically look at all these parameters and asking yourself, you're asking yourself, what do I need to do to my team to give them exposure, to do training for them, to communicate regularly, to give them responsibility, to ensure that they are, I think knowledge is a very key factor. Because when I have knowledge, I'm not jumping around. Hello? Hello? Hi. How many of you know that Forever Living Products is very good? Hello? Hello? In case I've not told you before, let me tell you now. 5 minutes commercial break. I want to give you a 5 minutes commercial break to market if you're around for marketing companies to you. Very good. Forever Living. Hello? If you ever decide that you don't want to do green money again and you want to do network marketing, there are some very good ones out there. And I'm saying this because they are good. It's like, how will I tell you that beans is not good? Beans is good. But I'm planting maize. Doesn't mean that beans is not good. And it doesn't mean that I will not want to eat beans. In fact, sometimes when you want to eat beans, you want to put some maize inside. They call it wake. Have you? Is it maki they call it? What they call it?
Adalu. Adalu.
Some people call it adalu.
Yes.
So essentially, it's good, is it not? But I'm saying I'm growing maize. It doesn't mean that Forever Living Products is not good. It doesn't mean that what's their name? Longbridge is not good. It doesn't mean Edmark. Edmark is good. Longbridge is good. There's one at Okwemi roundabout. Alliance is good. No land. Okwemi is good. Which other one? Which one have you marketed? So I can tell you they are very good. GNLD, New Life, very, very good. There's one that is like Deeper Life everywhere you go. Kedi, very good. Hello. Now, all of these are very, very good. The reason why people fail at them is not because the companies are bad or they are partners of Nigeria. It's because when you are planting different things, you need to understand how it works. They will all require the same seed, time, harvest. They always say seed, activity, time before harvest. You need to understand what is required. Some of them are very short term. There are some businesses, they will do very well in 2 years. The other 2 years, they will enter into abundant silence or coma until somebody that is very powerful comes and resurrects them, because they can also still resurrect once they have a product of value they are selling. The only one that will not resurrect, one that doesn't have product of value to sell. Now, they are all very good. They all have the same key process elements, but they are all designed in various ways. When I was young, we used to grow beans that was called 60 days. The name of the beans is 60 days. Because they have been biologically designed to give you beans in 60 days. There is Ife Brown. There is all those beans. They have name. It's when you are planting that you know that the beans has name. Different names. You know that this one is Ife Brown. This one is 60 days. This one is honey, and all those kind of things. I know women know the names because when they want to go and buy. But me as a man, the reason I need the names is because we are planting it. Okra, there are different types. There's okra that is 1 foot. I used to plant the 1 foot okra. When the okra comes out like this, it will be like a ruler. There are some that are very short, like this. Different types. They have all the different things have gone through different processes. Those are like different network marketing companies. None of them is bad in themselves like that. What we try to do is we try to see what needs to be improved, what can be better, what can be more integrated into our local experience? What can bring value from Nigeria to the world? Those are the differences. But essentially, you need to understand what are you playing for. Now, in this business, once I define my seed as my team, money, and knowledge, how can I continue to sow them? And how can I continue to take care of them and tend them so that they can grow? How will I grow my team? I'll grow my team when I build my team and I teach my team that they also need to grow their team. Some people will find it very easy to be stockists because before they make their request, they have team members that are willing to collect. Some people's TP journeys is going to be very easy because their team members are going to be picking up from where they are. Their stockist deals will be happening there as well. So very quickly, they'll ramp up the volume and do variety. They'll do huge things. But what you need to know is, if I have identified the seed, am I willing to continue to consistently do the activity? How frequently must the sun come out? Every day. And that's the beauty of the opportunity we have in Africa. Hello? There are countries where they cannot really farm. Canada. And for Canada, there's nothing they're doing in Canada more than farming. Meanwhile, 4 months to 6 months in the year cannot be farmed. Because snow self has filled the house about farm. Do you understand? Your farm is covered. But the little period of sunlight that they have, they ensure irrigation, they ensure blah, 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 to ensure that they can grow things. You and I are sitting on opportunity. This is our Green Monday farm. It's a very, very prosperous farm. But it's not where you are doing 650 seeds. It's not where you are doing 1,000 seeds. It's not where you are still doing 500 seeds, 500,000 seeds. It's when you are ensured that you build, and allow it to be. Now, today in this business, we have people that are 2-star, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, a few 4 stars. Hello. Let me look at a very quick one, and we can talk openly here. So we can talk openly. I can share with you a few key thoughts as we bring the meeting gradually to a head. Longbridge has been in Nigeria now for 8-9 years. 8-9 years. Forever Living Products has been in Nigeria now for about 22 years. About 22 years. I think 1999. JNLD has been here for like 30 years. JNLD is like 30 years. And these are like, they are called Neo Life now. They are, if you see JNLD meetings, they are 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. Very smart. They rebranded. Young people, as some of them, if you have seen some of these videos where they are telling you, I'm not going to school, it's JNLD they are making fun of. KD, they've been here for at least 30 years. KD is as long as JNLD. KD is as long as JNLD.
In Nigeria.
You said what, man?
Not in Nigeria. Nigeria maybe 15, between 15 and 20 years. No.
Really?
Yeah.
KD. That's KD.
Yes.
What of JNLD?
No, that's been very long. That's been very long.
Okay. JNLD has been very long. JNLD, for me, I just look, when I see JNLD and KD, I just think about Dubai life. Every village you go to, you will see the KD, you see JNLD, you see them. They are everywhere. Maybe, and we're getting there. Amen? If you are in the house and you believe, you can put your amen there.
Amen. Oh.
Someone is also adding marks and sensitivity. Now, I'm saying that they are all fantastic opportunities. The difference, what makes the difference is what you are doing. I don't think there is any company I will join that I will not succeed. Because it's not about the company. It's going to be about me and what I do. And it's going to be about my team. I will do a business because I want to be able to support my team, and I will support my team because they want to support their team, And once I'm supporting my team and I'm helping my team grow, why will I leave my team to go and start something when I will distract them? So it always boils down to the team. And if you have this mindset to say, you know what, I want to grow my income, it means I don't eat it yet. I don't eat all of it. I eat a little of it. I put the majority back to ensure that it grows. Imagine what happens when you have built this business and you are now 5-star. You are now Ruby director. Longbridge, I think it was Emma that was looking at analysis and was saying to me that Longbridge says that they have 49-star directors. And I said, is that in Nigeria or globally? And said there are a few African countries there. And for me, I said 8-9 years. Yeah, they've built 49-star directors. I think that's beautiful. Because in Green Mondays, by the time we'll have the directors, Ruby directors list populating, if we can build and build and build consistently in time, in another 3 to 5 years, we should begin to feature a good number of directors. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Now, what will make you get there is not because it's a good idea or it sounds nice. It's not because you have a different seed from Baba Osi or from Dr. Fumi Aino. It will be because of what you did with the seed that you have. So I say, it's the people that started in the beginning, they're not that succeed. No. I'll tell you something. The people that started in the beginning succeed, they are consistent. I'm very free with different networks. You know, I'm a part of the Institute of Network Marketers. So I'm very free with everybody. Somebody was bossing me lately and saying, I think it was Edmark. Like somebody wants to come and talk to all of us. Can we organize a meeting for all networkers? You know, blah, blah, blah. So I was talking to somebody in Longbridge, Nigeria. And I said, this woman in Cameroon, she's now a 3-star 3 deal. What do you call it? 3-star director. I said, are you in our team? He said, no, I'm not in our team. But I help her as well. Now, this person joined the business 3 years ago. He's also a director. He joined them in 3 years and he joined with full force. The other person I was asking about joined the business 10 years ago. Became a director about 2 years ago. So it took her 8 years. It took this one 2 years. They are not in the same team. But they knew each other from before. From where, I know them. So he was saying to me that the training that he does also helps her team. But something was very interesting for me. He didn't start at the beginning. Yeah? He has recorded more success than people that started at the beginning. The one that started in the beginning, the business collapsed. Are we together? And it took some people that started 7 years, 6 years later to build momentum that made the business reorganize and resurrect. What am I saying? I'm saying if you are on your farm and you plant, you water, you have harvest, you will have some risks happen. There will be some times when things will not happen according to your plan. But if you have built the capacity over time, even if anything happens that destroys what you have, you already have the land. So in poultry business, is it possible for all the birds to die? Yes. But this person I'm talking about in business, if all the birds die, the assets on ground is 5 billion. The birds are not the asset anymore. The birds are assets that are depreciating. The banks have recognized. Do you understand? Very easily. Last time I and him discussed, I said, sir, I'm looking at collecting loan. He said, put your stuff together now, let me have it. That you get loan now. I said, I don't want high interest. He said, well, the one they have is 6%. 6%. Nigeria, it's not abroad though. I said, CBN, Abi. I said, that's CBN one, which you should be able to get it now. I said, yeah, you can get it now if you put your documents in order. That they're even disturbing them to come and collect more. And they said that they don't want to collect, that they know what they're doing. They don't ask them that, do you have other people? Can you refer us to other people that we can give money? We have targets. 2020, we need to give out like 500 billion. But we cannot find the businesses that are building. Ladies and gentlemen, our business is a business where you don't even need anybody's money if you are building. Are we together? Build. Let us build. Money, knowledge, people are the seeds of our business. Let us build it with training. Let us build it with investing time in prospective customers as well, in looking for customers. Let us deliberately tell yourself, my team, there's a place where you can see your team size. Be going there often. How many people are in my team? Do you know? Eh? How many? 191. Good. Eh? Because you can count them. So it's still small, you can count them. The time will come when you'll not be able to count them. But you need to know how many people are in your team. Check. You need to be sending messages to your team regularly. There's a messaging center behind your back office. The reason why your team members are not using it is because you also are not using it. If we're going to be plugged in, we need to be checking what's happening. What's my upline saying? What promotions are happening in my team? It's not only the company that can do promotion. That's rain. Are we together? That's rain. When it comes from the company, it's rain. When it comes from you, it's irrigation. And don't say, Dr. Fumi, I know team. No, you are a team leader. If there's nobody in your team today, congratulations. You are a team leader of nobody. But if you do yourself correctly, and people see that you're making progress, they will join you to be your team members. One of the beautiful things we have in this business, which we cannot push aside, is we have a very good product. Hello? And I make bold to say there are people in this business who are not doing the network, they are selling the product. And the testimonies that they have is scaring them. Do you understand? They're not doing the business. Some of them are even stockists. But they just do stocking because everybody's doing it. The stockists, that's the next thing I will do. Also, she's stockist. You want to she's a trade partner. That one, you cannot do that one. But what am I saying? People they're in the business. Somebody came from, is it Newi? Or where they come from? Is it Newi? Umahia. Came from Umahia. They bought products. They did stockists. They're not doing the business. They don't have any team member. I don't know if they have now. They started building sign-ups. They say, hey, the testimonies that they have in Umahia, the testimonies are full ground. You are not building a team. You are wasting the testimonies. You are wasting testimony. In our business, the business we can easily afford to lead with the product. Many businesses cannot lead with the product. They must lead with the opportunity. We can lead with the product. You can have customers, and customers can become distributors. You can, from the conversation about the opportunity, the solutions, begin to attract somebody to become a distributor. And those are the things we have perfected with the solution pack, which I will talk about extensively tomorrow. The solution pack, we'll talk about the solution pack, we'll talk about how to use the solution packs. We'll talk about the other opportunities that we have with the medical examination kits and the medical system. We'll talk about that in video tomorrow. We'll talk about the opportunities available with the agency for people that want to get involved in Bitcoin and all those kind of things. I read an article this morning that in Nigeria is the highest place in the world where cryptocurrency transactions are happening. 1.1 trillion transactions per day. In Nigeria? Yes. One more than them per day.
No, I'm saying that in terms of population.
No, population is nowhere. Nah. So there's a lot happening that it's not visible. And that's why the people that know, they're just I was reading one guy's story. He said 2016 was when they told him about cryptocurrency. And at that time he didn't have money. So he gathered all the money he had together, got like $100. And started learning, reading, knowing. And that today his assets are about $200,000. He's about to build his house, he's about to move into his house, about to blah, 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 telling his stories. That his bank called him that they want to lock his account, and they're giving him 24 hours to withdraw his money. So he quickly withdrew his money from the bank. So some people, they didn't want them before they locked their accounts. But his bank knows that he's a very good customer that day. What am I saying? I'm saying that there are opportunities. that we can leverage off, but we fundamentally have a product that works that we can leverage. We have opportunities, we have access to things that we can leverage. So if you want to pump up the volume, essentially it's saying, I have my seed on the farm. How do I add fertilizer? Are we together? How do I put fertilizer? And we always put fertilizer, NPK, nitrogen, potassium, and what's K? Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, NPK. I still remember some of these things. So we add nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Some of us that don't have NPK, we put manure or do rotation farming. We do different things to ensure that the land is fertile. But how do you pump up your business? So what I need to do, for example, some kind of fertilization, saying, guys, we need to bring our place to a place where your back office, message system, any promotion is going on, you have bookmark those pages. If you need to type thegreenmondays.com every time you want to go to the Green Mondays, something is wrong with you. Bookmark it. Bookmark it means that anytime you type green, you should go to your page. Anytime you type team, you should log in on your computer. It means you are putting up systems to ensure. So I was saying that once upon a time is hope, is cutlass you used to open the ground. A time will come when it's with tractor. You can't plant 845,000 seeds. You use tractor. That means from one-on-one meetings with your team members, when you have only one team member, you must go to a time where you are doing Zoom meetings with your team members. You must go to a time where you tell yourself, my team, this year, I want us to do an end-of-year celebration in charity. I want to do for my team members. Even if you have to levy them 5,000 and add the balance. You understand? So that they also have a sense of, I committed something to make it happen. And then we all go have fun, take pictures, and loud it. Because anything you are doing privately and it's not being seen, it's also private. There's what to show, there's not what to show. You will never see me post something and say, I bought a car, you won't see it. Now, there's some people that market. There are a lot of people that will, these are market them. The things that you will need to show when you have a gift and you win a gift, you can show it. When you are celebrating a new rank change, let the people behind be wondering what's behind the rank change. Leave it to their imagination. They know how to imagine. In fact, imagination usually is better than reality. So when they see you celebrating, they say, I'm putting your hammer. It may be 10K that you have earned. Don't look at it as 10K. Celebrate it. Like you have made a rank achievement, because it is showing that your business is growing to depth. Ladies and gentlemen, 3-star is easy. I'll tell you what I'm saying. 3-star is easy. I was telling my daughter something. I said, I like the way you are reading hard for your exam. I said, but this exam you are doing now is the simplest exam you will ever do in that school. She's in university, she entered university, just entered university. I said, this is the cheapest exam you ever do in that school. She said, and I've told her before. So she says, I know. I said, you know why I'm telling you that? I said, because today what you are seeing as the material you need to read is the smallest it will ever be. By the time you get second semester, the same material will have increased. By the time you get to 200 level, same material will have increased. And you will be required to still know everything. So this is what I do first time. Use it as an opportunity to massacre it with the understanding that the book you will need to read is still a lot more than this. I tell people that when I was in JS1, when I was in school, secondary school, every year I always felt inadequate because I left primary school early. So in my mind, I'm telling myself, I'm not supposed to be in this class. Their brain is more developed than my own. So I used to feel that it was because I was younger in my mind. I didn't know that it was a normal thing that everybody faces, even those who did 10 years in primary school before they enter university or secondary school. And what was the mentality? When I get to GS3, I would now look at GS1 textbook and GS1 notebook. I would say, so this was all we read in GS1. Why did I not score 100 in everything? If it's this small, now I'm having to bind GS1, GS2, GS3 together to read them for GS3 exam. And it's not looking big. If I can read this one, I should have massacred that one. I was thinking that it was because my year I was younger. When I got to SS class, I realized same thing. So I told myself very early SS class, I said, no. Everybody else is thinking like me here. It's not because I'm younger. In fact, I realized This one, we're age mates. This one is 2 months. Even though he did private 6, it's 2 months I took from me. We are all this one, I even older than this one. So I told myself, when I get to a new class, I will already begin with the ending month. That when I get to SS3, all this that I'm reading and thinking is much, it will be small. So I will pour myself into today with the mindset of tomorrow. The moment I began to do that, very easily, I wasn't operating with the thinking level of anybody else again. I was operating at a very high frequency. I would do my work like I'm in SS3. And I carried that with me to everywhere else I was going as well. What am I saying? I'm saying, see the end. See a very clear picture of what you're building and where you're building to. Star 3 is very simple. We are going to director. Do you understand? I saw somebody, they were celebrating somebody. Person has, there are PV structures in my own. Person has 100 million PV. I saw the PV record. 100 million. By the time you have 100 million PV here, you'll be a company. You have 20 companies under you. Are we together? Your team members will be companies with serious. Person has 100 million PV. I'm like, 100 million PV. How? And because the person has gone to the highest, PV doesn't matter anymore. There's no other target PV to reach again. And it took her 8 years or 9 years to get to that place. So what am I saying? I'm saying that if you build daily exposure to sunlight, daily exposure to water, daily exposure, daily meetings, daily communications, daily engagement of prospects. If you build and know that you're building, and the money that is coming for your business, you ask yourself, how can I use this creatively to grow my team? How can I use this creatively to grow my income? How do I use this creatively to also grow my knowledge? If you do it that way, you have a phenomenal business in time. Now, I did an analysis that I shared with us. I don't know if I can take this off that place now. I'm sure the battery should have run out too. Oh, go back. I did a very simple analysis, and I'll share with you the analysis. I should have a cable here apart from this one. Okay, cool. So I did this one analysis and I said, what will you be earning? Thanks. What will you be earning on a monthly basis? Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. I said, what will you be earning on a monthly basis if you are 1 star? As if you are 1 star, outside of your instant reward, outside of your normal bonuses, on a monthly basis, you are 1 star and you have a sizable team. If you are not 1 star by, let me buy it. Somebody has called before. Say, please, how much? 2 star. How much? 2 star. Yes. Yes. How much do I need to spend to become 2 star? It's like saying, I don't want to plant 650 maize before I get 845,000 seed. How much is 845,000 seed? I want to start from there. You can start from there. The only problem is the lessons they will have learned from growing small, the lessons about scarecrow, pesticide, putting poison on the seed, all the lessons I have learned because I've done it before, they will now be learning on a bigger scale and their failure will be more evident. Remember, failure is part of this thing. If you're going to succeed, good. The government is saying if you pay for 2 star, you will sweat before you reach 3 star. Because 2 star, 1 star is how many senior associates you have built. 2 star is how many 1 stars you have built. If you build 4 1 stars directly under you, you'll be 2 star. No question asked. If you build 4 2 star under you, you don't need to build 4 2 star. If you have 2 2 star under you, you'll be 3 star. But if you build 4, no questions asked. If you build 4 3 star under you, no question asked, you'll be 4 star. If you build 4 4 star under you, no question asked, 5 star. I should go right again. If you build with the power of 4, you have more than 4 downlines, but you have 4 people that are top arrowheads in your team. By the time you grow them to be 1 star, you will be 2 star. By the time you grow them to be 2 star, you'll be 3 star. By the time you grow them to be 4 star, you'll be 5 star. But now you go 4. And I'm saying, even if only 2 of them become 2-star, you can be 3-star. Right and left. If only 2 of them become 2-star, you can be 3-star. But the ideal is try to grow 4. If you are working with growing 4, you will achieve all the ranks because your team is growing. So you won't. So many people don't realize who they have in their team until they are 3-star. Because by 3-star, you now need at least 2-star, left and right, to become 3-star. Then you now call your downline and say, Mrs. Belumi, what's the plan? I'm not ready. Mrs. Dumai, what's the plan? I have more important things to worry about now. I'm still thinking. The upline will realize I cannot move forward. Don't wait till 3-star to realize. Someone say, I'm not doing it again. Yes. What she's sharing is real. She has a team member that said, I'm not doing it again. You know what it means? It means now you need to now pay attention to your team members because they are crucial to your success. So what now begins to happen is you know what? I think I need to put the proper person. I'm sure man, how much do you want to sell this account? We are back.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Maybe what we'll do tomorrow is we'll get in a little early, make a lot of people co-hosts, so it's easy. I'll share some rules. Yes. So by 3-star, you know you need your team members. You don't need to wait till 3-star tomorrow. You need them now. If you have put people under you who you brought on board because you feel, let me just bring them or bring anybody. By the time you get to 2-star, you want to go to 3-star, you need to look at them very carefully and ask yourself, who am I supporting? Because you will need them. You will need to support them. They will need to be responsive. Otherwise, the conversation you'll be having is, how much are you sending the accounts? Or, are you not doing again? It's okay. At least you have bought products. You have sold it for profit. You can not do again, and that's okay. But I need the accounts because it's going to be important to my future. And I've seen it happen not once, not twice, where people have literally had to take over their accounts so that they can now grow the accounts, work with the accounts, work with the team members there, and grow it so that they can move to 3-star. So what am I saying? Let's begin with the end in mind. This thing you're building. By the time you get to 1-star, you should be earning about 50K per month, $100. Once you get to 2-star on a regular monthly basis, have you how much was the analysis? I should get a place where I'm earning like 200. Yeah? Monthly. Outside of other incomes. Whenever I get to 3-star, I must be doing about 800. About $800 on a monthly basis, which is about 400K naira. If I'm 3-star, that should be happening monthly. Outside of my instant reward, outside of matrix is full, my normal regular income should be around that space. If I'm building properly with power of 4. By the time you get to 4-star, you should be earning about $2,000 monthly, which is about $1 million. By the time you get to 5-star, you should be doing about is it 10,000? Is that what I have on the list? Yes, 5-star. You should be doing about $10,000 per month. I think it's less than that. I think it's about 5,000. And then Ruby should be about, I think Ruby is where. So essentially, you see the potentials of what you can be earning on a monthly basis. Can you hear me now? I have not closed the meeting. We're about to close the meeting shortly. If you can hear me, type in the window, yes. Let me be sure you can hear, because last comment I can see is, it seems it's his network. If you can hear me, just type in the window, yes. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that.
Hello.
I think the system is warning us that we can wrap it up now. Hello, if you can hear, just type 111 in the window. We're coming to a close today. Okay, good, Ibrahim Okuraba, thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I want to leave us with a thought, I want to leave us with a thought about what our business can grow to be. So we say if you're a Ruby director, as a Ruby director on a monthly basis, without looking at every extra income from retail, instant rewards, matrix bonuses, just looking at uni-level bonuses alone, you should be earning about $45,000 per month, which in Naira is about 22.5 million Naira on a monthly basis. Now, by the time you grow your business to that level, guess what's happening? You are at the point where you can now afford to harvest if you want to harvest. You're at the point where you can afford to, to eat everything as fruit and know that next month you also produce. Your farm is in production. Until we get to that place, we need to invest in our business. We need to take our business serious. We need to give it daily exposure. We need to showcase, and we have a phenomenal opportunity based on the fact that we can actually lead with the product. So we're going to wrap it up at that junction today. Are there any guests in the house? If you have a guest in the house today, I'd like us to just spend a few minutes with our guests as we bring today's meeting to a close. Tomorrow, we'll send out the schedule for what we run tomorrow, the key thoughts we want to cover. We'll take a few things that we can cover in 10 minutes. We'll have people share their testimonies as well. I would like to have testimonies that give us energy for driving our business when we hear what people are going through and what they've done with the product. It's always amazing and exciting to hear. So today, as we bring today to a close, is there any guest here with us online or offline? Any guest here? Anybody who is a guest? Okay, so from today, by 6 p.m., we'll have a prospect meeting on Zoom. I've shared the link as well. Please let's invite our guests to come. I will be presenting. Consider it as rain. It's not irrigation. I will be presenting at 6 p.m. today. So let's ensure that our teams are present. It will last for 1 hour. It will last for about 30 minutes. Then question and answers will be short and sweet. We'll lead with the product. It's something I'm realizing we can do more today. We'll lead with social parts. And you'll see how it goes. So please invite your guests. Anybody that has elderly parents is welcome. Anybody that has children that they love is welcome. Anybody whose life has people around them that are older than the age of 50, 55, 60, or at those ages themselves are welcome. By the time we go solution driven, we actually open up our market to be applicable to anybody. Because anybody that has body pains, arthritis, has some elements of diabetes, high blood pressure, they are welcome. We'll be talking from those lines and then introduce them to the opportunity. It's going to be health, wealth, and wellness. So we have wealth and wellness 6 p.m. If everybody in this meeting grabs 2 guests for online meeting, we will not have enough room to contain everybody. So I want to encourage us, let's grab as many guests as we can. It will happen today, it will happen tomorrow, it will happen the day after. For those who registered and have paid for for this course, t-shirts are available. You will pick t-shirt colors based on your team. If you are here in this place today and you are team Thrive, can you just please shout Thrive or type Thrive in the box where you are? I'm going to allow all to unmute. So if you are online and you want to unmute, this is where you unmute. So let's do this again and do it properly. If you are in the house and you are in Thrive, can you shout Thrive? Good. If you are in the house, you can type it in the window, Thrive. Your color is red, your t-shirts, your jerseys are ready. You can pick medium, large, extra large, or extra large, depending on the size. Okay, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to take it just day 3. I'm going to share 2 days. But don't worry, you get your t-shirt as well. Right. Events. You can put on your camera.
Thrive.
We'll take a picture so that we can see your face. I can see happy to see you, but let's see the faces. I can see Fora as well. Good. Now, if you are here today and you are in Trailblazers, we gonna